absolutely not necessary for our show, but for those of you that were at the panel last night, you'll understand.
No.
I love this part. Hi, sweetheart. Are you ready to start our show? You gonna play with my sword? You know, the really sad part is we've reached that point in the weekend where the people who should probably be taking their meds aren't. Not you guys, though, because you're the fun group. You should be off your meds. And just in case anybody's curious, I'm frequently asked at conventions if I'm on my meds or not. And the truth is, not only am I taking my meds, I'm taking hers as well. I don't think Red Bull and birth control is supposed to mix.
What is wrong with you?
A lot. Can I get you to stand right there? Perfect. This is the first time all weekend my wife has done what I've asked her to. Probably be the last time, too.
Last night's panel understand why.
Right? What I want you to understand, you watch the students already, but for the samurai warriors, training and fighting with a sword was a way of life. They were the nobles of Japan. You know what that meant? It meant they had peons to do all the real work, and they could devote themselves to training. Yes, remember that. So the samurai began training at a very early age. At age 3, they were given sticks called boken and told to go play with their brother. This is known as parenting by natural selection.
That's the mother of extreme.
The mom clapping and the kid looking really nervous. At age 7, those children that were alive and still mostly functional were accepted into a formal training environment known as a dojo, where they spent the next 8 years learning the skills of the samurai warriors, training with a sword, learning battlefield concepts and techniques. The first thing you have to understand is our arts go back to a time when people actually lived and died by their skill with a sword. Wasn't about scoring points, wasn't about trophies, wasn't about being, well, I'm a national champion of Storm Lake, Iowa. Because no one really cared. It was whether or not your skill was enough to let you survive on the battlefield and go home alive. So they took training seriously, which we do too, even if I don't take myself seriously. No.
You're moving.
You have to forgive my wife. Her vision is kind of movement-based, like a T-Rex. As long as you're sitting still, you're okay. If you move, she will chase you down and kill you. She's kind of like our Akitas. She will chase, but she will not fetch. Which means we're useless in the kitchen. Back to our show. Because the training was serious, it was about being able to make full power movements and cuts with a sword, not merely scoring points. So they began training early, not just to swing the sword, but to be able to move correctly in the armor. As my son pointed out, samurai armor, my set of samurai armor weighs 65 pounds. Now for those of you big tough guys going, that's not so bad. The average concrete block weighs 32 pounds. What I want you to envision is picking up one in each hand, putting them on your shoulders, and carrying them around the con all day. And at some random point during your afternoon, she's going to jump out from around a corner and attack you with a sword. Move. That's not, it's just a, no. So the samurai had to train religiously to get good at moving their body correctly with a sword. And since no one wants to watch me move my body, you can watch her. Shonen no kata, yoi. And this is where you say, we've seen this part already. Shonen no kata.
He's got a sword.
Shonen no kata. Each, knee, san, shi, go, rope, seach, hotch, kyu, ju, juichi, juni, noto. Now remember, our arts go back to a time when people lived and died by their skill with a sword. It wasn't just about making pretty movements, it was about being able to end a fight. So while you watch her do this next part, just the basic cuts. Hapogiri emote. Not to get all mystical on you, but samurai training sometimes uses really cool phrases. Do you know what hapogiri emote means in English? 8 cuts to the front. Kind of lost its mysticism, didn't it? So while you watch her do this form, please remember, this is supposed to be a basic exercise that's done at full power. So even though she's just swinging the sword in the air, in her mind, in front of her is an enemy. A foe that she hates, and she is looking to stop it! Somebody that she hates and wishes harm to. Him. Sorry. Hapogiri emote. Each. Me. Son. She. Go. Rope. Seat. Hot. Come on. Yeah, you put the hat on, like somehow that'll help. It's my straw hat of protection plus 3. Why do you think I wear a head wrap? It's not so much that it'll stop her from hitting me on the head, but it keeps her from cutting my scalp and